Hi guys, it's Lisa Wright and you are welcome back to my Anxious Peaks podcast. Woo. Yeah, lots of applause. Thank you guys. Thank you, my wonderful, faithful listeners for waiting patiently for my return. And thank you all for checking up and, finding out why I had not released an episode until like halfway into the year. Insert nervous laugh. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I think I would start out with that. I'm so sorry that, it took this much time to release another episode. I assure you the wait is worth it. But again, I know that you guys waited so patiently for this. So definitely I'm going to bring a lot more content, a lot more experiences, a lot more things to share. And, once again, thank you to everyone who reached out and, checked in on me. A lot of people did. And by a lot, I mean 10. Like you guys, for you, my listeners, one of you is like 10,000 to me. And you guys are usually the fuel behind my episodes. In fact, I think every episode that I've made was actually inspired by one of you. So, yes, thank you so much for waiting. And again, I will always say it will always be worth your wait. You know this, right? I mean, even if you don't know, especially if you are new to this channel, I always come back with, very interesting takes, very interesting experiences that you would love to hear. You will stay glued to your seats this time because I have a lot to share. Life has been lifing. Adulthood has been adulting. It's not easy. And man, responsibilities are not getting any lighter. The workload is workload. The pressure is getting worse. But, aside all the pressure, I've come to understand life in very interesting forms. I've come to, interact with a lot more people, I have a very interesting network now. I also have I've been exposed to a lot of opportunities and, met a lot more people who have sparked my interest and, sparked interesting conversations, new perspectives. And, I'm always one to share perspectives, especially on this podcast. Generally, I love talking to people, old, young, new. You can be new to a phase of life. And I'm very, very open with sharing views that I have heard and where I've drawn conclusions. One major thing I want to continuously highlight with Anxious Speaks is that we unconsciously have the mindset. Some people do anyways. The anxiety of knowing the future as someone who has dealt with it, who has lived through it and is still, dealing with different parts of anxiety that the society kind of throws at you, different tension points and pressure points. There's a lot to share. As adults, I don't think there is a one-size-fits-all handbook. But then, I feel like you could never even prepare enough. Like if someone was to write a book about adulthood, it would not even be comprehensive enough. Like you couldn't have told me enough about what the workload after school would be like, or even how occupied my time would be. Like I literally have to plan out time to sleep. Like I get so engrossed with resting. Like it got to a point where the few minutes of the day that I had where I didn't have to do work, I was sleeping or resting because that was how intense the workload was. But again, I'm going to share with you a lot of things that I have learned, ways that I've learned to handle things, very interesting exposures and experiences that I have learned, and mindsets that I have noticed that maybe you do sometimes unconsciously. Yeah, we're going to talk about a lot of things, and I'm ready to break some tables. Yeah. Very ready to break some tables. We're going to talk about a lot of things. Touch a lot of points. But one thing I want to consciously make clear is all of this is going to be done in due time. So sit back, relax, and this isn't really the official episode anyway. This is just an intro, with your tongue a little, make you know that, I'm back. And by the next episode, I will be talking on our very first issue of the year. Once again, sorry for making you wait this long, but I assure you, it's worth the wait.